Have you ever stepped into the shower early in the morning just trying to start your day off fresh and felt a little dizzy? Maybe it passed quickly. Maybe you brushed it off as nothing. But what if I told you that after age 70, that quick moment might be a warning your body is begging you to hear? We don't think of the shower as a dangerous place. It's part of our routine. We've done it thousands of times. But for millions of older adults, that routine could be hiding one of the most overlooked health risks in daily life. And the biggest danger? It's not the soap, the water, or even the slippery floor. It's the time of day you choose to shower. I know that might sound dramatic, but stay with me, because what you're about to learn might just save your life, or the life of someone you care deeply about. Let's talk about Robert Miller. Robert was 75 years old, lived independently just outside of Boston, and was about as healthy as you could ask for. He walked every morning, managed his medications, even kept a garden. But one morning, his daughter Emily found him unconscious on the bathroom floor. Paramedics later confirmed he'd experienced a sudden drop in blood pressure, followed by a fatal fall. The culprit, a 5:45 a.m. shower. You see, between 4 and 8 a.m., your body isn't quite ready for action, especially after age 70. Medical researchers at Harvard have studied this very thing, and what they discovered is deeply important for every senior to know. Blood pressure is at its most unstable during these hours. It dips low during sleep, and then rises sharply as you wake. This surge can create a dangerous cocktail when mixed with the warmth and upright posture of a morning shower. Dr. Richard Thompson, a leading voice in senior cardiovascular health, explains it this way. It's like driving a car before the engine is fully warmed up, except the car is your heart. The sudden switch from lying down to standing, plus the heat of the water, can cause fainting, falls, even heart rhythm issues. You might not feel anything coming, but your body does. Margaret Collins, a retired schoolteacher from Philadelphia, had her wake-up call not long ago. For years, she took her shower around 6 a.m., just like she had during her working life. One morning, she turned off the faucet, stepped out, and the room spun. She reached for the sink, missed, and woke up in the hospital with a broken hip. Her doctors told her it wasn't bad luck, it was timing. She now showers around 11 a.m., and she hasn't had a single dizzy spell since. This simple shift in routine can change everything. You don't need to stop showering. You just need to rethink when. The safest time to shower, especially after age 70, is mid to late morning, somewhere between 10 a.m. and noon. By that time, your body is fully awake, your blood pressure has evened out, and your cognitive reflexes are stronger. It may seem like a small change, but it makes a massive difference in your body's ability to stay balanced and alert. Now, let's talk about something else you might not expect: your body's ability to regulate heat. Have you noticed that hot showers feel more intense than they used to? Maybe you step out feeling flushed or lightheaded. That's not in your head, it's in your biology. After 70, your body doesn't adjust to temperature shifts the way it used to. Dr. Amanda Chen, a specialist in senior thermoregulation, explains that as we age, our ability to sense and respond to heat drops significantly, especially in the early hours of the day. Your core body temperature is lowest in the early morning. So when you step into a hot shower, your blood vessels expand too quickly. Your heart races to compensate. And for some people, it just can't keep up. That's exactly what happened to Thomas Bennett, an 83-year-old retired accountant. He'd always loved a steaming hot shower to get moving in the morning. But one day, the heat shocked his system just enough to trigger an irregular heartbeat. If his neighbor hadn't knocked on his door that morning, he might not be here today. His cardiologist said the heat combined with the time of day had pushed his body past its limit. The good news? You don't have to give up comfort, just make it safer. Adjust your water temperature to a warm, not hot level, somewhere between 95 and 100 degrees. You can even buy a $20 anti-scald device that keeps your shower temperature from ever going too high. And if you need help installing it, ask your kids, your neighbor, or a handyman. This is about prevention, not panic. You might be thinking, well, I feel fine in the morning, so this doesn't really apply to me. But here's the thing. Many seniors don't feel the warning signs until it's too late. These changes in your body don't announce themselves. They accumulate quietly, day after day, until one morning the balance tips. That's why this matters, because you are not fragile, you are not helpless. But your body, your routines, your environment, they all need to evolve with you. Taking care of yourself isn't about fear, it's about wisdom. About using what we now know to make better choices, and staying independent longer. So if you're still taking that early shower, I want you to stop right now, yes, right now, and place a sticky note on your bathroom mirror that says, "Shower after 10 a.m." It's a small reminder that can make a life-changing difference. And remember, you're not alone in this. More and more seniors across the country are making small, smart changes like this every day. You deserve to stay safe. You deserve to feel strong. And it starts with knowing how your body works and working with it, not against it. Let's keep going. There's something else we need to talk about. Something sitting right there in your medicine cabinet. Let's talk about something most people overlook, your medication routine. You might have your pills all lined up in that neat little organizer, maybe one of those Monday through Sunday boxes, and you take them right when you wake up. That's good. Staying consistent matters. But here's a crucial question. Are you stepping into the shower too soon afterward? Linda Harris, a 76-year-old grandmother of 5, used to take her blood pressure medication right at 6:30 every morning. Then she'd head straight to the bathroom for her usual hot shower. Nothing out of the ordinary, until the morning she collapsed. Her daughter rushed her to the ER, and the doctors quickly realized what had happened. The combination of her medication and the early morning drop in blood pressure had triggered a fainting episode right there in the shower. Dr. Michael Ramirez, a cardiologist at the Mayo Clinic who specializes in senior care, explains what's going on. Many common blood pressure medications, like lisinopril or metoprolol, reach their peak effect within 1 to 2 hours of taking them. For seniors, this can create a double dip in blood pressure when combined with hot water and upright posture. The result? Your brain doesn't get enough blood, you get dizzy, you fall. And let's face it, the shower is one of the worst places for that to happen. Hard surfaces, wet floors, no one nearby. Even a small stumble can cause a devastating injury at this stage in life. But there's good news. You can fix this with a simple timing shift. If you take blood pressure medication in the morning, wait at least 2 hours before getting into the shower. Even better, talk to your doctor about whether a different medication schedule would be safer for your daily routine. Many seniors have been able to switch their medications to the evening or to mid-morning with much better results. That's what Linda did. Once she moved her shower to late morning and spaced it out from her medication, the dizzy spells completely disappeared. No more fear, no more close calls. Now let's walk into another danger zone you might not even notice, your bathroom itself. Have you ever tried walking into the bathroom before the sun rises and realized how dim the lighting really is? Your eyes might need a moment to adjust. Maybe you squint. Maybe you shuffle a little slower. That's your body telling you that it's not seeing things as clearly as it used to. George Anderson, 81, found that out the hard way. He had always been up before dawn. One morning, just after 5 a.m., he stepped into the bathroom like always. What he didn't see was the thin layer of water left on the tile from the night before. The reflection was nearly invisible in the low light, and in a split second, he slipped and fell. His hip shattered, and his independence. It was never quite the same again. Dr. Sarah Johnson, a geriatric eye specialist, says this isn't uncommon. Seniors over 70 experience a 60% drop in contrast sensitivity under low light conditions. That means even familiar spaces, like your bathroom, can become visually confusing in the early hours. Reflections blend with shadows, surfaces lose their edges, and one misstep is all it takes. You don't have to live in fear of your own home, but you do need to see it with fresh eyes, eyes that understand how aging affects perception. The fix? It's simple. Install motion-activated nightlights along the hallway and inside the bathroom. Place brightly colored, non-slip mats near your shower, something your eyes can easily detect even when the room is dim. And consider putting up contrast strips on the edge of your tub or step-in shower area. The key is visibility and stability. George's daughter helped him add these changes after his fall. He now says, "If I'd seen that puddle, I wouldn't have stepped into it, but my eyes just didn't catch it." And he's right. His accident was preventable, and yours can be too. Now let's talk about one of the most surprising shower risks of all, dehydration. You may not feel thirsty when you wake up. In fact, many seniors go hours before they drink a single glass of water. But here's what's happening behind the scenes. Overnight, your body loses fluid through breathing, sweating, and metabolism. You wake up dehydrated, whether you feel it or not. And then you step into a hot shower, stand upright for several minutes, and let warm water draw more blood to your skin. Dr. William Parker, a leading expert in hydration and senior health at Johns Hopkins, explains it like this. Morning dehydration plus heat plus standing is a recipe for orthostatic hypotension, a fancy name for your blood pressure dropping too fast when you stand. It's one of the biggest causes of falls among older adults, especially in the bathroom. Richard Cooper, age 77, used to feel lightheaded every morning around 7:00 right after his shower. He figured it was just age catching up to him. But after speaking with his doctor, he started a new routine, drinking a full glass of water 15 minutes before showering. The results were instant. "I don't feel that wave of dizziness anymore," Richard said. "It's amazing how something so simple can change so much." And that's the truth. Simple steps save lives. Start keeping a water bottle on your nightstand. Make it part of your morning ritual. Wake up, sip water, wait a bit, then shower. We don't talk about these things enough. We don't tell each other that our bodies, strong, capable, experienced as they are, still need care, still need small changes to keep us steady. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. That's strength. And here's another truth we need to face. If something did go wrong in the shower, if you slipped or lost consciousness, how long would it take for someone to find you? For many seniors who live alone or who shower before anyone else is awake, that answer is terrifying. Hours, maybe longer. Helen Thompson, 73, slipped in her 5 a.m. shower and lay on the floor for 4 hours before anyone noticed. By the time her neighbor knocked to check in, her skin was cold, her speech slurred from mild hypothermia. She recovered, thankfully, but that morning changed everything for her. She now showers at midday, keeps a waterproof emergency call button near the tub, and texts her daughter before and after. Just those tiny shifts gave her and her family peace of mind. And it might be the thing that saves you one day too. Let's take a moment to talk about something many people never consider when thinking about shower safety: your brain. More specifically, the way your brain works in the early morning hours. You might be the kind of person who's always been sharp as a tack. Maybe you did crosswords with your morning coffee, balanced your checkbook without a calculator, remembered birthdays better than anyone. But over time, even the sharpest minds go through changes. And the truth is, your cognitive function isn't the same at 6 a.m. as it is at noon, especially not after 70. Dr. Jonathan Miller, a neurologist from Stanford who studies aging and circadian rhythms, explains that early morning hours, particularly between 4 and 8 a.m., are when seniors experience the slowest reaction times, the poorest decision-making ability, and the weakest motor coordination. That's not just tiredness. It's your brain chemistry following its natural rhythm. Now think about what a shower requires: balancing, adjusting temperature, avoiding slippery surfaces, keeping your footing. That's a lot of coordination. If your brain's lagging behind your body, even a minor misjudgment, like stepping too quickly or turning too fast, can lead to a major fall. That's exactly what happened to Charles Whitman. Charles, 79, was as independent as ever. He lived alone, drove to church on Sundays, even volunteered at the local food bank. But one early morning, he didn't notice that the water in his shower had gotten too hot. His mind simply wasn't alert enough yet. By the time he realized it, He had second-degree burns across his back. "If it had been noon," he later said, "I would have noticed right away, but I guess my brain just wasn't awake yet." That's something no one teaches us growing up, that even ordinary routines like a shower need to match the rhythm of our bodies as they change with age. You don't have to live in fear of your morning. You just have to give your brain time to wake up. That's why showering between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. is the safest window, not just for your blood pressure or your vision or your hydration, but for your mental alertness. One simple trick is to use a shower timer with a soft alarm, not only to help limit how long you're standing in the water, but to nudge you out of autopilot. And before you get in, take a moment to check. Do I feel steady? Am I alert? If something feels off, listen to your body. Postpone. Take that as a sign to wait, hydrate, or ask someone to check in. We're not talking about major life overhauls here. We're talking about small, smart changes that keep you strong. You've made it this far in life, through challenges, losses, victories, and lessons. You've earned the right to move through each day with dignity, safety, and clarity. So why risk it all for a 6 a.m. shower? Here's what it comes down to. It's not about giving up control. It's about keeping it. You're not becoming fragile. You're becoming wiser, and using that wisdom to avoid accidents that could steal your independence in an instant. You see, when people hear the words shower danger, they might imagine dramatic slips or scary headlines. But most of the risks? They're quiet. They build over time. A little dizziness here, a near miss there, a slight wobble you chalk up to fatigue. Until one day, it's not a near miss. But now you know better. You know how timing affects everything. You know that your body, your medications, your hydration levels, your vision, your cognition, all of it plays a role. And you know that you have the power to shift your habits and protect yourself. These aren't limitations. These are strategies. These are tools. These are actions rooted in care for yourself, for your future, for the people who love you. And if you're watching this, thinking about someone you care about, a parent, a neighbor, a friend, maybe this is the time to reach out. Share this information. Help them install that anti-scald device. Offer to pick up a non-slip mat. Or just remind them, you matter. You are not alone, and your safety is worth planning for. So what's next? Take a breath. Look at your daily routine. Make one small change today. Whether it's moving your shower time, drinking a glass of water before you bathe, or calling your doctor about your medication schedule, choose one thing. Start there, and if you're ready, choose another tomorrow. You don't need to fix everything at once. You just need to begin. That's how safety grows. That's how strength returns. That's how confidence builds back, step by step. And if this video spoke to you, if you learned something that could help you or someone you care about, leave a comment below. Tell us what changes you're making. Share your story. You never know who you might help by speaking up. Be sure to click the like button if this video helped you, and don't forget to subscribe to Strong Elderly Life for more life-saving tips, encouragement, and wisdom for every chapter of life. You deserve to feel secure in your home. You deserve to feel proud of how you care for your body. You deserve to keep living with purpose, peace, and power. So here's to living your best life, safely, joyfully, and fully, at any age.